Welcome to this deep dive. We're stepping into the crypto ring today for, well, quite a showdown.
That's right.
We're pitting CookieDAO against Kaito, and it's not just about blockchains, is it? It's really a battle for data, for attention,
Yeah.
shaping the future.
Exactly. Think of it like crypto judo.
Yeah.
Leverage, strategy, it's all key. We've got two fighters, CookieDAO, Kaito, each with a really distinct stance, different moves,
Yep.
and we'll be analyzing their techniques, looking at their core ideas, their lists in things like the CookieDAO Constitution, Kaito's documentation.
Okay, so our mission today, dissect the game plans, look at the key contenders, and maybe try to predict who's best positioned to win here. It's pretty high stakes.
It really is.
We'll go through three, let's call them intense rounds, break down how they handle data, how they build community, and that battle for influence.
Yep.
And yeah, get ready for our win-lose-draw analysis after each clash.
Sounds good. Let's get straight to the opening bell. Round one, the data arena. So in this corner, CookieDAO up against the established power of Kaito Pro.
Okay, CookieDAO. They come out swinging, don't they? Their constitution is really clear. Data is the undisputed champion of the agentic economy.
Agentic economy, yeah. Driven by AI agents.
Increasingly.
Exactly. So their project is about building this decentralized open source data hub. They call it InfoFI data infrastructure. Basically the foundation for DAI, decentralized AI.
Right.
And a key move, I think, is the cookie token. It rewards data contribution, right? Like directly if you provide databases or even indirectly through, say, viral social stuff that helps find high-interest content.
Yeah, that's their angle.
Right.
And then in the other corner, Kaito Pro, a more seasoned competitor, you could say, billed as the ultimate AI-powered Web3 information platform.
Okay.
They've already built a strong reputation, indexing huge amounts of unstructured data, giving actionable insights, the kind crypto teams, researchers, investors use every day. So going into this data duel, who's the favorite? I mean, it feels like Kaito Pro has a pretty big advantage. Existing platform users.
That's a fair assessment, yeah. Kaito Pro definitely walks into this round as the favorite. They've got that first mover advantage in market intelligence.
Which puts CookieDAO
In the underdog position, for sure. They're still, in the earlier stages constructing that foundational data layer.
All right, let's look at the moves, their signature moves. How are they trying to gain the upper hand in this data wrestling match?
Well, CookieDAO's main tactic is decentralization, right, and community power. Building this broad data layer, the cookie token is their strategic incentive, rewarding contributions, trying to grow that ecosystem.
And Kaito Pro.
Kaito Pro is using AI precision, curating, analyzing existing data, delivering those immediate targeted insights their users are looking for. Very different approaches.
Okay, so round one then, the data arena. Win, lose, draw. How do we score this?
It really hinges on how we define winning, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If it's about immediate market intelligence, like who gives the fastest insights right now, then, well, Kaito Pro takes it.
Okay.
But if you think about the long game, building a fundamental decentralized data utility for the future of AI, then CookieDAO is still very much in the fight. So I've maybe called a short-term win for Kaito Pro,
Right.
but possibly a draw if you look at the potential long-term impact on the whole data landscape.
Interesting. Okay, bell rings, round two. The community clash. This is where we see how they're rallying their supporters, building loyalty.
Yeah, exactly. And in this round, CookieDAO's community, it operates through governance, right?
Yeah.
Cookie token will just take cookie, you get voting power. And they have this interesting mechanic, potential multipliers if you lock up tokens longer.
Oh, okay.
And big decisions need serious consensus, like 75% plus one vote for constitutional changes. That's significant. Initially, they have a chess council, respected members guiding proposals.
Right, a more formal structure. Now, Kaito Connect. They seem to be taking a totally different approach in the community ring, focusing on these yappers, people contributing attention.
That's right, yappers. And their influence isn't just token holdings. It's measured by mindshare on project leaderboards. Think of mindshare as like a measure of consistent engagement, quality contributions, probably tracked by AI analyzing activity on Kaito Connect.
So it rewards loyalty and quality engagement.
Exactly. High quality stuff. And their K tokenomics are apparently designed to, incentivize genuine contributions too.
Okay, so in this community brawl, who's the favorite?
I'd probably give the advantage here to Kaito Connect. Their method, quantifying and rewarding attention like that. It just seems like a really innovative way to build an engaged user base. Pretty novel.
Which makes CookieDAO the underdog again in this clash. Still early days for their decentralized governance and community building around data.
Exactly that. CookieDAO's move is at formal governance, token ownership, voting. Kaito Connect, on the other hand, uses AI to figure out and reward attention, influence, aiming for maybe a fairer value distribution to creators, users, the people actually driving engagement.
So community clash, win, lose, or draw, who gets the points?
I think Kaito Connect scores a win in this round, yeah.
Yeah.
Their approach to attention, it just feels like it has the potential to create a really vibrant, maybe more inclusive community, especially early on,
Yeah.
compared to traditional token gating, which can be a bit slow to start.
Right. CookieDAO's structure gives stability, but might be slower off the blocks for a broad participation.
Precisely. Stability versus maybe faster, broader engagement early on.
All right, final round then. Ecosystem expansion. This is Cookie versus Kaito, looking at the power, the versatility of the tokens themselves.
Okay, so for CookieDAO, the cookie token, it really is the engine, isn't it? It does multiple things, rewarding data contributors, obviously,
Right.
granting access to premium features on cookie.fun, the data swarm APIs, incentivizing long-term support through staking, airdrop farming, and of course, governing the DAO. Plus, they have burn mechanisms built in. Can affect scarcity. It's pretty multifaceted, aiming for a self-sustaining ecosystem.
Okay, comprehensive. Now, Kaito, the sources were maybe a bit less detailed here, but we know it fuels the Kaito Connect network, right?
Yeah, primarily. It's used to reward that attention we talked about.
Yeah.
Aims to facilitate a, let's say, fair value exchange in their ecosystem. Kaito Yaps uses it for reward distribution to the yappers.
Okay.
Its role within the broader Kaito Pro platform wasn't as explicitly laid out in the materials we looked at, but it's clearly central to their attention economy concept.
So, tokenomics throwdown, who's leading based on like the defined utility we can see?
Based on that, I'd have to give the edge to Cookie, just because the sources gave us a much more comprehensive picture of its role across the whole CookieDAO ecosystem. It's very clearly defined.
Which makes Kaito the underdog in this specific round. Its utility seems, well, more focused on Kaito Connect, less detailed maybe on broader applications across the whole Kaito picture, at least from what we read.
Exactly. Conky seems designed to create this whole circular InfoFI economy. Data contribution, platform use. It all directly benefits token holders and the DAO's development. Kaito, while clearly aiming to disrupt the attention economy by rewarding real engagement, its broader utility just wasn't spelled out as thoroughly in these sources.
Okay, final bell. Ecosystem expansion round goes to
Cookie wins this round, just based on that comprehensive, explicitly stated utility across its ecosystem, clear value proposition for holders and contributors based on the available info.
All right, and now the moment we've built up to, our main event, declaring the grand champion of our crypto judo match so far, and highlighting the underdog story.
Okay, well, based on those 3 rounds, the grand champion at this moment, it has to be Kaito, doesn't it? They've successfully built and they maintain a profitable, widely used AI market intelligence platform, Kaito Pro.
Yeah, that's huge.
And on top of that, they're pioneering this really innovative approach to attention with Kaito Connect.
Yeah.
That first mover advantage, the established tech, it gives them a pretty significant lead in this particular match.
But every great champion needs a challenger, right? Someone with a compelling story. Who's our underdog here?
Oh, that's CookieDAO.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Yes, they're earlier in development, but their vision, it's incredibly ambitious. Building a decentralized data layer specifically for the AI economy, that's potentially massive. Combine that with their clear governance, the diverse utility of a Cookie, they are absolutely positioned as a potential long-term disruptor. That commitment to open source, community-driven data, that could be a really powerful force down the line.
So wrapping this up, what does all this mean for you, the listener, the learner? I mean, whether you're a trader needing those instant insights from Kaito Pro, or maybe you're just intrigued by the whole foundational data revolution CookieDAO is aiming for.
Yeah, both projects offer really fascinating glimpses into crypto's future, right? We've seen their stances, their techniques in data, community tokens. Kaito, yeah, holds the edge right now. But CookieDAO's commitment to decentralization, that foundational data layer goal, it makes them a really formidable long-term contender. You can't count them out.
And look, this deep dive, it's really just scratched the surface, hasn't it? Think about the bigger picture. Decentralized data for AI, these evolving community models, tokenized attention. What stands out most to you? What questions do you still have? It's just the start of digging into this.
Yeah, and maybe here's a final thought to chew on. In this world, increasingly driven by data, who actually controls its flow, its accuracy, its integrity? Are we moving towards centralized AI intelligence giants, or will something more decentralized, more community-driven win out? Keep digging, keep asking questions. Let's see where the next round of this crypto judo match takes us.